Live and be and play with other children and to live out their dreams. And when a child has special needs, that can be much more difficult. It doesn't have to be so difficult, though. Variety, the children's charity of Greater Kansas City, helps make dreams come true for these children. And here to talk about their annual show are Variety KC show co-chair Cindy Chadwick and Variety KC mom Sarah Bloomfield. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We are so excited for this event. I want to start with Cindy, just to bring people up to speed on what Variety KC does. You provide amazing resources for families to build things like inclusive playgrounds, adaptive bikes, give families things that they wouldn't ordinarily be able to afford.
Yes, and that's why it's so important, because most of the adaptive technology and equipment, it's cost prohibitive for any family. And that's why Variety is so important to Kansas City. That's where they step in and provide those tools and technology so that those families and those children can be included.
Inclusion is crucial. Sarah, your daughter Olivia, we know very well. She's a superstar now in Kansas City. One of the most beautiful things that Variety does is include, you know, a lot of times you'll be in a city and there's a playground that's separate for the children who have special needs. They made this gorgeous playground in Leawood, Variety KC did, that made it possible for your daughter Olivia to play with all her friends.
It's what's so amazing and important about Variety is it's an organization for all kids with what my daughter would say are special abilities, right? And for them to have the opportunity to play with their friends and their peers in an environment where they're—
Is that Olivia in the swing right there in the center?
That's not her. You'll probably see a hot pink wheelchair zooming by, but you gotta look because she's fast.
Yeah, she is fast. So she almost ran over my toe one time. She was zipping around doing. And that video of the playground, Rex Hudler was out there that day. I was out there with you guys. What's it like to see Olivia playing with her sibling and her friends of all abilities?
You know, Olivia participates in soccer at that park, and what was really cool was after the game to watch them all go and play together, because there are so many environments where she can't access the playground.
Right. There's
mulch, and she's not able to drive her wheelchair, and so she's just unstoppable there.
So every year, Variety KC has this awesome show. KCTV5 is so proud to sponsor it. This year, comedian Rocky Laporte is performing. You always have a funny comedian. Something unique this year, I want to ask you about. The money raised at Variety KC show is going to build something that has never been built before in America.
It has you asking, why has it taken so long, right?
Right.
We have the first zoo to have an inclusive playground.
The first zoo in the country to be able to include children with disabilities. What does that say? What did that, you said something to your husband when you went home
whenever I was reading that, and then I walked in and I just told him, I said, can you believe, I said, I got to tell you something really great and something crazy. And I said, can you believe that this is the first inclusive playground in a zoo in the U.S.? It's great to be in Kansas City and be the leader, but why is it taking so long?
Right. Why is it taking so long? But thank God that Variety KC is doing stuff like this.
Yes.
It is going to be a beautiful event. You were going to say something?
Well, what I was going to say, we talked a lot about the equipment and things that Variety provides, but one other thing as a special needs parent that is so important is access to activities.
Yeah.
So, you know, your kid says, I want to go ice skating. You know, you're kind of like, okay, how do I figure out how to make this happen with a wheelchair? Variety does that too, and creates these experiences for kids that build their confidence, that allow them to do things they could never do.
It's 2018. It's time that society caught up, and we have Variety KC here in Kansas City leading the charge. I can see in your eyes how special this is. Yes. Cindy, thank you. Variety KC's annual fundraiser, and it's a big one. We need to raise how much money for the zoo?
$250,000.
Okay, so the Variety show takes place tomorrow at Arvis Bank Theater in the Midland. Doors open at 6:30. The show begins at 8:30. Rocky Laporte is the comedian. Go to KCTV5.com for more information, and you can always donate online at Variety KC. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He is